Hi everybody. Tonight's episode, I meant to show this last night when I came out. I did make one more fitting last night, and I hope to make another one just like it tomorrow. But here's the fitting that I made that goes into the top of the water sight gauge, the Coles Power Models water sight gauge. And this is the portion I described. I reviewed my video from a couple days ago. I realized that it's not the most clear, so let me go ahead and go over this step by step. This portion here is about 200 thousandths of an inch long. It's turned and threaded 1/4 inch by 32 threads per inch. This section right here is about 150 thousandths of an inch long, and it's just turned to a 5/16 inch diameter. This is the 3/8 inch hex. I started out with a piece of 3/8 inch hex brass. Here is a shoulder portion, and then there's a 5/16 inch threaded portion, which corresponds to the threaded coupling nut right here. Let me undo these things. Here we go. Okay, so here again is the part that goes into the top of the sight gauge. As you can see, I through-hole drilled an 1/8 inch hole, and I also used a center drill to make a 60-degree conical opening in the end of it. The purpose of the conical opening is to fit this male brass fitting. Started out with a piece of 5/16 inch round brass. I turned it down. This shoulder here is the outside diameter of 1/4 of an inch. The inside diameter is of course 3/16, so it can accept the 3/16 inch copper tubing, and it's 3/16 inch to the depth of the shoulder, which is about 230 thousandths of an inch. Then there's a 1/16 of an inch rounded face on the male fitting. That corresponds to the conical fitting here, and the coupling nut holds it all together just like I showed you earlier. The coupling nut is threaded 5/16 inch 40, so which corresponds to this right here. Anyway, so these, I wanted to show them in a little greater detail. Tonight I'll be making another set of these, and I need to figure out a coupling for the globe valve that I'll probably be using at the top of the boiler. If I make these parts the same, it stands to reason that this half will be identical. The back half on the one that goes into the globe valve will correspond to the opening in the globe valve, which will be 1/16 inch pipe, and so I'll be showing that later on as I make it. I did want to give a lot of credit to Fred. He's the one that gave me these. These are the drawings. I'll show you, as you can see, they're in all different sizes. I made a lot of notes for myself as I studied how they worked, and he had taken these, were Art Olds' designs, I believe, and he did the CAD drawings. And what I do is just kind of a best practice thing. As I study the original drawings, I'll make notes, and I like to blow them up, and I make myself a little order of operations, and I'll hang this up on the lathe as I go through, so I can go step by step. So here you can see the detail for the inside the male fitting. I drilled, and then I used a reamer to give a nice clean edge for the pipe to go into. This is the 1/8 inch through hole. You can see the outside maximum diameter is 274 thousandths. This space is a minimum of 58 thousandths. This one I showed you a minute ago is actually a little bit larger. I figured I could make it larger and then turn it down smaller if I needed to. So anyway, just a little best practice for you, and hopefully that update is helpful. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you posted.